Welcome back, everyone, for more Santa Lucia. So last time was a bit of a tonal whiplash in a way, because like on one hand we have a really great moment with Chris and Russell because they were able to reconnect and hear each other out and being able to communicate, and it started to restore their friendship, and that moment was really nice. But on the other hand, we have Ben who is being the absolute most passive aggressive annoying way to handle his situation regarding Bryan, and not understanding the situation. So I'm curious to see how Ben and Bryan are going to work out at this point, because it's clear that Ben doesn't really want to deal with these problems properly. But at the end of the day, last episode was super great, and I can't wait for more. So let's continue. I flicked through my phone searching for a way to entertain myself, thumb poking through links and apps. Almost every address I scroll past is already purple. Despite the wealth of unlimited content when confined on the internet, I seem to have run out somehow. My eyes glaze over, scrolling through pages I've already read and videos I've already seen. With no filter between me and my brain, my thoughts drift back to what happened with Bryan. I haven't talked to him since then, and the panda hasn't made any effort to contact me either. Sure made classes awkward. No messages, no voicemail, nothing. Not even sure what he's thinking about right now. What he's thinking right now. Is he upset about the way I reacted? Or is he just giving me some space? Maybe he doesn't care because he has a long line of others to fill in for me. Or others he's filling, whatever it is he does with his friends. I know I shouldn't be surprised to catch Bryan and Diego together. It's not like they hide it particularly well, or even bother to try. But I don't know. I guess I was hoping to be more than just one piece of ass among who knows how many. Ugh. Why is it when it comes to Bryan we can't seem to stick to one lane for long? We're either avoiding each other or banging each other. No middle ground anymore. I dropped the phone from my hands, allowing it to bounce off the pillow and settle gently next to my arm. I turned my head over to Zach, who's hunched over his computer. I can't see what he's doing right now, but I can hear the soft thump of his tail rhythmically hitting the floor. Whatever it is, it seems to be catchy. I strained my eyes, trying to make out the room in the dark. The sun is starting to get starting to set sooner these days. I've always found short days to be depressing. You're barely out of class, and yet the day's already almost over. Feels like fast forwarding through life. Add to that all the homework they keep piling on us. At least I had a chance to hang out with everyone last week. That was fun. I was counting on burying my nose in funny videos and other dumb pages to get my mind off everything, but I can't stop obsessing over the same stupid thing. Damn it, Bryan. I roll my head to the side and glance at Zach again. Maybe I could talk to him about it? We've grown a lot closer over the past few weeks. Ugh. Zach let out a groan. He then readjusts himself on his seat, curling his tail inward further. No, probably not a good idea. Involving him in this whole fiasco would be embarrassing enough, but he doesn't seem like the type of guy who'd be comfortable talking about my sex life. I find myself browsing through my phone again, opening random apps, galleries, games, killing time as best as I can. Eventually, my thumb passes over a particular app I haven't thought about in a while. Should I? It's the whole reason I'm feeling like this after all. If I had just stayed off of it, Bryan and I would have just been friends. None of this with benefits crap. I mean, there wouldn't have been any sex, but there also wouldn't have been any complications like there are now. But have I really even used this app? The only thing I did is accidentally like the profile of the guy I already knew. And that's about it. I know Bryan uses it, so it can't be all that bad. Maybe that's the reason why he's able to be the way he is. And it's all about the fun for him. In contrast, I ended up making him my exclusive outlet for intimacy. Of course I was going to get attached. But if it's him along with a few others, then maybe there wouldn't be any issues. The app opens, filling my screen with my profile page. I haven't been here in a while. I don't hate what I see as much as I thought I would. There's a red bubble with the number 4 at the top. Guess I got a few new messages I never replied to. Judging by the timestamp on them, they all seem to date from the first 2 weeks of my account being opened. 2 of them are just spam. Hot guys in your area. No shit, isn't that the point? The other 2, however, seem to be from actual users. Down to fuck. Charming. This guy's page has the minimum possible info you can have on this app. All I know is that he's around my age, down to fuck, and has really hard pecs, oh my fucking god. Really big pecs. Pass. No, wait a sec. Hard pass. The other message is from some guy named Swift Kicks. Do you have insurance? Because I'm about to smash that pussy. Winky face. Yeah. Scrolling down a bit further, there's an additional message he added hours later. Okay. Looks like he bowed out. Well, I'm not sure what I was expecting. It certainly wasn't that, but it certainly wasn't that. Is this really a good idea? No, don't chicken out now. At least you caught the attention of 2 guys. That's a start. But it's probably too late to reply to them now, and I'm not sure I care to either. I'll just stick to browsing. Works for Bryan, right? Why wouldn't it work for me? If I could just do what he does, then maybe I'll stop feeling this way. I spent a dozen or so minutes browsing the app, thumbing through profiles, staring at pictures, deciphering bios. It's actually pretty easy to filter ones out. This one's too creepy, this one's too sex obsessed, this one's too romantic, this guy's too far away. No, the hard part is picking one I even like. Every time I think I'm gonna message someone, I freeze up and imagine how the encounter is going to go. Is he a top? Will he force me to do stuff? What if he's not very clean? I don't want to catch any STDs. But what do I do if he refuses to wear protection? swipe through two more profiles and end up landing on my familiar face. Wait, sorry, not on my familiar face. On a familiar face. Still at it, huh, Bryan? His profile stares back at me, practically unchanged from the last time I saw it. I take a deep breath and focus on what I'm feeling. Yeah, I think I can make this work. Flicking through a few more pages, I eventually land on a guy who piques my interest. Some raccoon dude named Mascadon. Mascadon. Maxdon? I don't know. His profile pic is a straightforward shot of himself smiling into the camera. He's pretty photogenic, actually. Seems like the kind of guy that's easy to get along with. Scrolling through his profile more, nothing seems to raise any red flags. There's only a few pictures of him, including one where he's wearing nothing but a pair of revealing boxer shorts, with a slight belly hanging over them. He's kind of cute. Reminds me of Carlos's build, but with a more friendly demeanor. Less, I'm gonna rip your face off and stuff. Just looking for some clean fun and maybe make it. Oh, what the heck? Maybe making it a regular thing. Nice and concise bio. Didn't have to read a whole paragraph about his turn-offs or the size of his dick. It's pretty much what I'm looking for, too. Honestly, this guy seems like a good pick. I browse a few more just in case, but end up back on the Raccoon's page anyway. Yeah, this was the easy part. Come on, what's the worst that can happen? I whispered to myself under my breath. At worst, he'll just say he's not interested. I roll over on my back, staring at my phone as images of all the ways that could turn bad, this could turn bad flash before my eyes. It takes a couple of seconds to shake off the thoughts, but I already feel a lot less willing to message the guy. Fuck it. I move as fast as I can, almost as if trying to outpace my brain. A swift poke on the message icon sends me to his DMs. Hey, and sent. My heart feels like it's gonna burst out of my chest. The blood pumping through my ears make them feel like they're going to burn up. They're burning up. He's not gonna reply. What kind of first message was that anyway? Should I ask how he's doing, or is a more direct approach better? I really could have given this more thought. Hey, how's it going? How are you doing? Sorry. Oh, jeez, this is actually happening. I'm good, and you? Takes him a second to reply. Just chilling. Came back from work not too long ago. I didn't expect to get this far. What should I say now? Fuck. Should have looked up a tutorial on the internet first. Oh, what do you do for work? Is bringing up his work even a good idea? He seems to erase his message a couple of times and eventually stops typing altogether. Nice going, Ben. Turned off a guy so hard he disengaged in one whole sentence. I should be the one writing tutorials. I glance around the room and notice Zach's changed positions. He's sitting with his right leg underneath him, tail curled in his lap. My phone vibrates suddenly, so I check it again. Nothing too crazy, TBH. I just work at a news firm. Huh? Oh, really? I'm studying to be a journalist myself. Could tell you were a college guy from your profile. You're a student at USL, right? Should I be honest? I don't see why not, really. Yeah, started this year. Nice, I started there too, but that was more than a decade ago. More than a decade ago? Didn't really register with me. He hadn't put an age on his profile since he didn't look that old. Wow, you don't look like you were in school that long ago. I work out. I'm actually 34. I ain't that old. Lol. 34. Can't say I'm that into older guys, but he's been friendly so far. I can make an exception. You definitely don't look 34. Thanks, you're pretty cute yourself. College guys are always fun to get with. Here we go. Isn't this what I came here for? I hope I can deliver. Well, you look fit. I think you're fine. Fit, huh? I guess I do run a lot. Can't lie, though. I'm kind of liking this guy. And talking this way to someone who isn't Bryan is kind of getting me excited. Then a stupid idea comes to mind. I unbutton my fly and let my bulge poke through my pants while lifting my shirt up, revealing a bit of my stomach. I snap a quick pic and upload it to the chat. It's a brief moment where my head feels like it's riding on a cloud of hormones, not realizing what I did. Before I had any chance to sink in, however, the dude replies, "Fuck, man, didn't expect that." That's hot, though. It suck you off real good. I barely have time to think up a flirty reply before another picture pops up in the chat, this time sent by him. His is a lot less subtle, very revealing. A pale, girthy dick held down by his hand. Yeah, whatever. Honestly, it's not that bad looking either. It's hard to compare directly since it's such a focused picture and all, but I think he's slightly bigger than me. Probably more Eric's size, but smaller than Bryan. Weird to have more than one comparison point now. I should probably reply. Ooh, nice one. It would look nicer with your hand on it. For sure. Am I doing this correctly? His replies come a bit slower, the pace more stilted. I wouldn't be surprised if he's already going at it, so I must be doing something right. It's hard to think about, but it's not like I can whip mine out behind Zach's back. I can cover up some teasing easy enough. But I don't think he'd be very happy seeing me jacking off if he turns around. So, you live on campus, right? The question makes my heart skip a beat, but reason takes over quick. If he knows I'm a student, it's not a crazy leap on his part to assume I live on campus. Yep, got a roomie and all. Good shit. My roommate was also my main lay. Lol. My stomach flutters at the thought of having that kind of relationship with my roommate. No, not with Zach, though. Just some theoretical fantasy roommate. Yeah, that's what I meant. Damn, talk about lucky. Didn't have to go far. Speaking of, browse better you come over. Come over? I take a second to process the full meaning behind those words. It is what I signed up for here, but I guess I didn't consider the logistics of it. Do I want to do this today? I look back at our chat, the pictures we sent each other. Closing my eyes, I try to think of the pros and cons. Getting laid is definitely a pro here, but missing it since Bryan and I stopped. It might get me out of my funk too. That'd be nice. Plus, more experience never hurt. But there's a lot of risk involved here. As long as I insist on staying safe, I shouldn't have too many issues on that front. And I can bail if things turn sour. I should keep someone on speed dial just in case. The idea of this guy gutting me and wearing my entrails as a party hat is a big mood killer. How do people on this app even do it? It's a lot of trust to put on someone you don't know. But then again, so many people do it. It's gotta be safe-ish, at least. I think back on my last conversation with Bryan. For some reason, I haven't been able to go a day without his words ringing in my head. I caught feelings, huh? Well, I'll show him. I'm not some precious little idiot who thinks us fucking means anything more than that. I reply, fingers flying across the screen. Yeah, I don't think I can host here. I'm down for tonight if you are, though. I turn off my phone and drop it on my chest. My breath keeps catching and hitching as my anxiety rises. It's not too late to block him. Wasting his time is a dick move, but maybe I'm moving too fast. Am I even ready for something like this? I've never done this with a complete stranger. A torrent of questions are raised and left unanswered as the doubt grows within my chest. Another vibration jolts me awake from my spiraling thoughts. I live only a couple of blocks away from campus. I'll text you the address. Sounds good. Anytime? ASAP works for me. KK. I take a look out the window. The red sky is dotted purple in places. It's pretty late, isn't it? He's only 10 minutes away from here. I'll be fine. Who knows? Maybe it'll even be fun. The flow of thoughts enters my mind. I wouldn't mind getting that blowjob he offered. A wet spot forming in my underwear snaps me back to reality. I don't have time to fondle myself in bed. I hop out, grab my wallet and phone, then throw them inside my bag. With his headset on, I doubt Zach heard me. The rock song he's listening to blares out of his headphone speakers. A gentle tap on his shoulder makes the dragon let out a quiet yelp. Hey, sorry, dude. It's alright. I wasn't expecting that. A soft smile rounds out his cheeks. What's up? Just wanted to let you know that I'm going to hang out with some friends for the evening. He glances at the clock. Isn't it a bit late? We have a curfew, remember? I shrug. Don't worry, I'll be fine. I doubt security is gonna be patrolling where I'm going. He didn't seem too confident in what I told him. Which is rich coming from him of all people. I don't have time to debate this right now, though. Where are you going? Jeez. Being a bit nosy here, don't you think? That's a first. I suppose it wouldn't hurt for someone to know where I'm at in case something happens, though. I just don't want to drag him into this. Just a couple blocks from here. Not too far from the Indian restaurant we saw a while back. Oh, I see. He stalls for a second and seems to want to add something. Shaking his head, he smiles. Take care then. I'll see you soon, Ben. Thanks. See you soon, dude. He turns back to face his computer, typing away at a document. I sling my bag over my shoulder as I exit the room into the corridor. The guy's place is only 2 blocks away. No need to rush. It doesn't take me long to make it off campus. I had to maneuver around a few security officers along the way, but it wasn't anything too difficult. Guess I'm quite the stealthy cat. Doesn't mean it wasn't thrilling, though. I took a long, deep breath and let the salty seaside air fill my nose. My stride takes me along the beach, a little under halfway to my evening hookup. The sun sets beneath the dark ocean, painting the sky a burning red. The streets of Santa Lucia are dead quiet. A strange sight when the lights are still out. I can't quite decide if this is peaceful or unnerving. With nothing to keep myself occupied but the sound of silence, my brain does what it does best and whirs into motion. Did you grab some condoms? Check my wallet, verifying the distinct glint of 3 condoms wrappers. They're fairly new too, so I should be good. Knowing me, I'll have double or triple checked these by the time I get there. I know I got my phone. But what's the plan if he pulls a knife on me? The wildest action scene unfolds in my mind. I kick the knife from his hand, grab it, and then make my daring escape while waving it in front of me. Yeah, as if. I've never done any martial arts or anything related to self-defense. The guy pulls a knife. He might as well have himself a new cat rug for his living room. Is this a really good idea? I bite into my knuckle, trying to calm my anxiety down. So many people do this. You gotta relax. It's not like I knew Bryan that well when we started this. Same with Eric, I suppose. I can feel the pressure in my chest rising. It grows faster every time I breathe in. I breathe in another gust of salted air. What would Eric even think of me right now? I really fucked this up, didn't I? I doubt he thinks very much of me these days. Or very highly. A sudden bout of nausea brings me to a full stop. My stomach tosses and turns, sending waves of dizziness across my entire body. Now's not the time. I'm grabbing a nearby handrail. I feel my hand shake against the cold metal. Fuck, I feel my heart is pounding its way out of my rib cage. Every beat crashing through my system like a freight train. The anxiety that's been growing throughout the evening finally blooms inside me. Not my first time, nor my 10th. This used to happen a lot when I was a kid. Breathe in. Breathe out. Gotta focus on something. On the now. Staring directly at the disappearing sun. Count to 5. Everything goes deathly silent when the sun is finally snuffed out on the horizon. For a brief moment, I thought the ocean finally claimed it. But the long shadow dragging itself across the beach below tells another story. There's someone there. Walking. towards me. Drenched in shadow, the edges of the dark figure are the only thing I can discern. Red. A red jacket. Are you fucking kidding me? I push myself off the rail and continue walking down the path I'm on. Just ignore it. It'll go away soon. I'm having a panic attack, that's all. That Raccoon dude's place is closer now than the campus. I hide my still shaking hands inside my pockets. That can't be the same hooded guy I saw back at Cambrian Valley, can it? What if it is? There's a reason for the curfew, dumbass. I walk as fast as I can to a street corner, making sure my stalker hasn't seen me. I take the next possible turn down the well-lit street. There's a few silhouettes moving inside the stores, which reassures me a little. I wish there were more people in the streets, but at least there's something around if that guy comes after me. The curfew is only for students, not the entire city. You're gonna tell me everyone else is quietly sitting at home? The Raccoon guy didn't seem too concerned about a serial killer either. Oh, fuck, calm down. Could have just been some dude walking down the beach. And it's sunset, so everything looks red right now. Of course, some weirdo would show up in the middle of one of my episodes. I'm about to cross another street when something catches my attention. Trying as best as I can to be discreet about it, I take a better look. Behind the window display of a flower shop, a hooded figure seems to stare at me. Squinting my eyes, I'm surprised as the nearby streetlight flickers on. The figure is gone from the store window by the time my eyes adjust. A chill runs down my spine. Don't be paranoid. I'm like two turns away. I increase my pace, trying to get out of the streets as fast as possible without making it obvious I know I'm being followed. Stopping at 2 more red lights, I think I catch another glimpse at my persistent stalker. Still the same hooded figure hiding in the dark place. At this point, I'm starting to think it's my mind playing tricks on me. Before I know it, my finger's on a doorbell. I ring it feverishly. Shit. I don't want to scare the guy either. But I don't want to be out here any longer. Hey, chill on the doorbell, man. Door eventually opens. I stare at the man up and down as if he's another figment of my imagination. You're Catnap, right? Huh? A tall raccoon stands in front of the door, wearing a tank top and shorts. Didn't even catch his name. Yeah. Sorry about that doorbell. Just a bit shaky. That's alright. You're Mastodon, right? Yep, real name Sebastian. But you can just call me Seb. Okay. I'm Ben, by the way. Cute name. You want to come in? I take a second to look around. As far as I can tell, no one's there. Holding back a sigh of relief, I nod and step into his house. Hopefully I'm not jumping out of the frying pan and into the fire. The ride back is smoother than my walk to the place. I stare out the car's window as the buildings and street lamps flash by us. We're almost at the dorms now. I couldn't talk him out of driving me back once I mentioned the curfew. He said something about not wanting me to get into a fight with the administration over a hookup. Sure, I was trying to be polite and all, but I really appreciate the gesture. Can't say I was looking forward to walking back after what happened on the way to Seb's place. You cool with me dropping you off here? He points at a parking lot a minute or so away from the dorm building's front door. Yeah, I don't mind. There is a moment of silence as Seb parks his Jeep on the side of the road. Thanks for driving me back. I'm about to open the door when he places a hand on my shoulder. Hey, you didn't forget anything? Back at my place, I mean. I checked my bag and pockets, patting myself down. I think I got everything. Not that my bag went very far in the first place. I'm sorry about all this. He shakes his head. Don't worry about it. I could tell you weren't into it. I knew this wasn't going to pan out the moment I saw you, but I held out hope. It was just first-time jitters. I rubbed the back of my neck. Yeah. This is all pretty new to me. Kind of a spur-of-the-moment thing. I felt like I could do it, but I guess I can't. He crosses his arms. There's a genuine expression of concern on his face. I don't want to say you were lucky you chose me tonight. But I know a lot of guys out here, who would have pressured you into it anyway. Some see a vulnerable teen like you and they think they hit the jackpot. Scratching his chin, he continues. Won't sugarcoat it. This could have turned out a lot worse for you. I look deep into his gray eyes. I see a hint of something hidden inside. Sadness? Regret? It's hard to tell. Just be careful, okay? I nod. Yeah, I will. Excuse me. I shake his hand and pull the lever to open the door. Before I'm out, he reaches out once more and to hand me something. Here's my number. I grab a slip of paper, cocking my head to the side. Does this mean you want to meet up again? His belly shakes as he lets out a sharp laugh. Still on that train of thought even after everything I said? I mean, I wouldn't mind making good on that promise I gave you. But only if you're actually into it, you know? Oh, okay. In all seriousness, call me if you ever need to talk to someone again. Someone with a bit more experience with the whole being gay thing. He gives me a wink. I smile at the raccoon. Thanks, Seb. He shoots me a wide grin back. No problem. I close the door behind me as I exit the car. Waving to him as he drives off, I set a course for my room. It's been a little more than an hour since I left. I'm back earlier than I expected. At least I won't have to worry about Zach much longer. I won't worry Zach much longer. Blech. The silence is the first thing that hits me when I step inside. Oh my gosh. That again? Oh my gosh. I can't believe this happened a second time in a video. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, everyone. Yes, I do set up alarms like all the time. That's like, so like taking Santa Lucia out for a second. If you know me, you know that I set a bunch of alarms and I keep forgetting to shut them off. Anyways, let's continue. Close second is the fact that none of the lights are on. It's barely 9 and Zach's already in bed. I throw my bag on the bed after illuminating the path with my phone's flashlight. A quick scan of the room is enough to realize I'm all alone. That's odd. After that whole spiel about the curfew, he ends up taking a stroll too. Maybe he went to his parents'. I doubt he's taking a shower since he usually leaves his computer on when he does so. I ponder further on the absence of my roommate when the door clicks open. It's my turn to jolt in surprise as Zach peeks his head through the door. I thought I heard someone in here. After flipping the light switch, he fully enters the room. I figured it was you, but I was afraid someone else got in. I couldn't remember if I locked the door. Sorry. Guess my friends didn't want to hang out as long as I thought they would. What about you? Taking a walk even though it's past curfew? He shakes his head as he holds up the thing in his hands. I just got myself a snack. He flips open the box lid and reveals an assortment of homemade cookies. Wow, did you make those? No, my mom dropped them off a while ago. I just went downstairs to microwave them in the lounge. Reheating them almost makes them taste fresh. They do smell really good. You can have some if you like. I pick a pair of the smallest cookies I can find in the box. They're still pretty sizable, all things considered, but I don't want to take too many when he probably misses his mom's cooking. Thanks, man. I make some room for him to pass by and notice beads of sweat dropping down from the dragon's face. Noticeable strains seem to form on his hood and under his arms. Oh, stains, not strains. Oh my gosh. You okay? Stood too close to the microwave or something? What do you mean? Oh, you're sweating a bit. He wipes the sweat. He wipes the drops off from under his chin. Sorry, climbing up and down the stairs must have tired me out. No, it's all right. My bad. Just wanted to make sure you weren't sick or something. Pretty sure I'm okay. He chuckles. Good, good. I take a bite out of one of my cookies. Oh, well, not one of my cookies. One of the cookies. The chocolate melts in my mouth as the rest crumbles. This is the best cookie I've ever had. I kind of regret only taking the smallest ones now. Tell your mom her cookies are amazing. He nods. Mm-hmm. I always make sure she knows. He sits at his computer with the box at his side. I drop back on my bed. I let out a quiet sigh as the memories of the night come rushing back. Back to square one now, huh? I pull the piece of paper Seb gave me out of my pocket. I stare at it until the uneven numbers start to dance on the sheet. I can't let one setback stop me. This isn't what Bryan would do. I crumble the paper up and drop it into my bedside drawer. I'll do better next time. Okay. So I'm going to stop it here for now. It is a bit of a shorter episode, and a lot of it's because I am recording before work, so I'm kind of under a time limit. So I figured I'd at least do one day for today. So it wasn't a whole lot, but actually there's some really nice things added there, and it actually was very relatable to some of my own personal experiences. I know, let's be honest with ourselves, that app is like blatantly Grindr, and like I really liked how the guy that not Bryan, Ben tried to hook up with actually turned out to be a really sweet dude and very understanding, and actually gave him some honest advice, because, you know, the truth is that like a lot of because what Seb says is like so right, and you know, and it's so relatable to me because like I was like in Ben's shoes at one point myself, and it was, you know, and it's crazy how pushy people can be once they start seeing, you know, a little bit of trepidation, you know, and it's really gross and sad, and I'm kind of glad that like And it does remind me, like, and it's just like, and it's really nice that we have a character who like kind of points that out, and it's really cool that like he actually is somebody who just wants a chill time, and that's it. Like he saw Ben's trepidation, his anxiety, he's like coming down from his panic attack over the Red Hood figure. Obviously he didn't know that part, obviously, but he saw like the anxiety, and the fact that like he was very honest with him about that situation, and he was very chill. He stopped. They both stopped and everything. Obviously, I feel like there'd be a bit more context if I had the not safe for work version on, but the problem obviously is I'm uploading this on YouTube, so like I'm probably gonna have to like check out that scene on my own time, because I'm curious what he said, and like I want to see the exchange, and I'm curious how that like went down. I mean, there's a lot of implications. It's obvious that they didn't go through with it, because it was clear that Ben was getting way too nervous, and started like probably freaked out a little bit, and Seb clearly knew that. That's my guess, and I'm pretty certain I'm correct on that. But yeah, no, it's just, honestly, I really like how this game really talks about hookup apps and hookup culture with a lot of gay people, and especially when you're young and in college. And I'm really happy that they really did touch upon that, because this episode, this whole day, like really, it was really nice, and I'm really glad that the developers really wanted to talk about that, honestly. And yeah, anyways, I hope you all have a good time. Had a good time with this episode, and I'll see you all next time with October 13th. I still gotta I do have to update this game a little bit, because I know that the developers add 2 more days to 1 day for Bryan's route, 1 day for just general day, and I think October 13th is a general day, so so I'm excited to see where this goes, and I'm curious to see if Ben decides to continue his hookup adventures, or if he feels like this isn't really for him, and that he is much more of a person who like catches feelings and wants to be in like romantic relationships, rather than just like constantly hooking up, like Bryan. And it almost feels like Ben wants to prove to himself that he can be like Bryan, that he isn't just some innocent little cat that like who catches feelings for anyone who like glances at him and stuff like that, or something like that. And I'm glad that, and again, like that's what it kind of feels like, is that Ben doesn't want to be honest with his feelings, and he just wants to like prove Bryan wrong, that like he can be just another Grindr person, and hooking up all the time and everything. And and it's sad, honestly. It's really sad to see Ben trying to be someone, prove something that clearly isn't for him. And I feel like Ben may have to accept the fact that this isn't the kind of life for him, potentially. Who knows? Like, maybe Ben will like enjoy this kind of life, but as far as we've seen, clearly he's not ready for something like this. And clearly he could have easily fell into a bad situation, because, as Seb said, sadly some people on these apps take advantage of that. And I hope, I mean, it's funny, like it's weird how like I'm actually like hoping for a fictional character to be okay, but like I don't know, that episode really got to me. So anyways, I'm sorry for the rambling, but I hope I'll see you all next time for more Santa Lucia, and with October 13th and onwards. So I hope you all have a good day. See you next time. Bye.